I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do something like that. And let me go a step further. I was invited here, and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala, I was told my opponent was going to be here. It turned out my opponent isn't here. You invited me under false pretense. And then you said, you can't do it with Zoom. Well, where's Zoom? She's going to do it with Zoom, and she's not coming.
All right, so I just threw this together real quick. I saw the news that Trump had accepted a debate with Kamala after all of the drama and calling him out about that. It's going to be a interesting and dramatic theatrical back and forth for the next few weeks until we figure out who's going to accept which debate. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more to come. Donald Trump has once again flipped the table on Kamala, which isn't surprising. He plays 4D chess if she plays checkers. That was the case with Joe, and that's still the case with Kamala, maybe even more so because she's a bit dim-witted. But here's the story. Donald Trump says, I have agreed with Fox News to debate Kamala Harris on Wednesday, September 4th. The debate was previously scheduled against Sleepy Joe Biden on ABC, but has been terminated in that Biden will no longer be a participant. That's a debate that he set up with Joe Biden. That was something they agreed to. That was a contract or verbal contract that they had. And I am in litigation against ABC Network and George Slopadopoulos, thereby creating a conflict of interest. So technically, I think he wouldn't be able to show up for the ABC debate. But anyways, the Fox News debate will be held in the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania at a site in an area to be determined. The moderators of the debate will be Brett Baer and Martha McCallum. And the rules will be similar to the rules of my debate with Sleepy Joe, who has been treated horribly by his party. He has, from 2019, he's been treated horribly by his party. They never should have ran him in the first place, but with a full arena audience. So that'll be wonderful because Trump is great with an audience, great with crowds. They love him. So Kamala Harris, she responds back. It's interesting how any time, any place becomes one specific time, one specific safe space. It was Joe who said, you name the time, you name the place. And that's what set up the first debate that ended up destroying Joe's career. I'll be there on September 10th, like he agreed to. I hope to see him there. Well, he didn't agree with Kamala to that debate. He agreed with Joe Biden to that debate. So, as I said in the previous video on this topic, Donald Trump should have done exactly what he's done, called for a new debate and set it up with Fox News. That's exactly what I would have done. That's exactly what I think most people would have recommended for him, and now he's done it. And she's going to try to back out. She's going to show exactly what she's afraid to debate Donald Trump. And I don't blame her. He's destroyed 3 political careers in debates. Jeb Bush, Hillary Clinton, and Joe Biden. All of them, their careers were ended after debating Donald Trump. So he's a pretty fierce debater. Newsweek, this is Newsweek. The AP had put out an article too, but this one was interesting. Donald Trump's rules for Kamala Harris debate sparked mockery. Terrified. Look, can we hear that?
But he and his running mate sure seem to have a lot to say about me. And by the way, don't you find some of their stuff to just be plain weird?
What a stupid thing.
Well, Donald.
Yes?
I do hope you'll reconsider to meet me on the debate stage.
Well, he did.
Because as the saying goes, if you've got something to say, say it to my face.
Big words there. That was after the NABJ interview that he did with the 3 black female journalists, at which she was supposed to show up at that too. If you remember, if you watched it, if you remember correctly, she was supposed to be at that, but she backed out of that as well. And now it appears as though she's trying to back out of this. September 4th debate on Fox News. So anyway, let's get on with this article. Donald Trump has been mocked after he announced that he has accepted a Fox News debate with Vice President Kamala Harris. That's what she's been calling for, saying he was scared, right? A number of Trump critics have accused the former president of being terrified to debate Harris in a neutral setting and will only face off against the 2024 Democratic candidate under rules determined by the conservative news network and in front of a crowd of his supporters. I think that's fair. The last one he did on CNN, and though I believe those moderators, who was it, Jake Tapper and Dana Bash, I think it was, they were actually pretty fair during that debate, I thought, which was unexpected for CNN. I thought it was going to be 3-on-1, and I think most people expected that, but it actually turned out pretty fair. And Joe Biden kind of sunk his own career there, but in a post on Truth Social, Trump said he has agreed to take, where did I go here? In a post on Truth Social, Trump said he has agreed to take part in September 4th debate moderated by Fox News anchors Brett Baier and Martha McCallum, held in the key swing state of Pennsylvania. Trump said the rules of the September 4th debate will be similar to the ones at the June 27th CNN debate between him and President Joe Biden, which featured muted microphones. But this time will feature a full arena audience. So if that's the only difference between the debates, I don't see why she wouldn't go. Why all this talk about rules determined by a conservative news network? He said it'll be the same exact rules, except it'll be a full audience. It is not known if Harris has accepted the terms of the Fox News debate. Well, we just saw next that no, it looks like she's not going to accept that, but we'll see. There's still a lot of time between now and then. In terms of the Fox News debate, the Democrat was previously prepared to face off against Trump at the prearranged ABC News debate on September 10th, which had been scheduled before Biden ended his re-election campaign. Michael Tyler, Harris' campaign communications director, later accused Trump of running scared at trying to back out of the debate he already agreed to and running straight to Fox News to bail him out. I think most of his supporters kind of demanded that, or really had hoped that and wanted for that to be the case, that he brought her to Fox News. I think that's fair. In response to Trump's announcement, the X, formerly Twitter account for the liberal media network Midas Touch, posted, Donald Trump has again said he is backing out of the scheduled ABC debate. He says he will only debate on his safe space on Fox News with a packed arena and moderators of his choosing. He is absolutely terrified of Kamala Harris. These people are nuts, man. Have you heard, I mean, just yesterday, the first time she has spoken at all to journalists since Joe Biden dropped out, she was on the airstrip, and what she let out was nothing but nonsense. It was complete word salad, but that's what we expect from her. So I don't know why anybody, it's just all theater. Donald Trump isn't afraid to debate her. Columnist Laura Bassett and Harris is still going to show up on the ABC debate he's backing out of and get the photo op with the empty podium. He's an idiot. That's dumb. Nobody cares about that. If she wants to show up and say, nobody cares about that. That's not going to help her. It's going to be about as beneficial to her as drawing up this campaign of weird, which nobody cares about. Actually probably helped Donald Trump more than anything. Saying he's confident enough to debate Biden on ABC, but only confident enough to debate Kamala on Fox in a big full MAGA arena set up to be as close as possible to one of his own rallies is humiliating and should be treated as such. Not showing up and refusing, it should be humiliating. saying, say it to my face. And then he says, here, I'll say it to your face. And then you back out and make all kinds of excuses. That should be humiliating. I would be humiliated if I was Kamala in her campaign. While referencing the Olympic gold medalist swimmer and mocking Trump's tendency to occasionally post in all caps, former Barack Obama speechwriter David Litt said, I have agreed to a swim meet with Katie Ledecky so long as she wears a full suit of armor and holds her breath the whole time. Also, I get a jet ski. They're really building that up, aren't they? I mean, Trump set up the first debate with Biden at CNN, who was incredibly unfriendly with Trump and has been for years. Jake Tapper has been terribly unfriendly, calling him, Hitler, a dictator, all these ridiculous things that we've kept hearing, threat to democracy, all of that stuff. So, I mean, Trump had the cojones to stand up and go to that CNN debate without knowing how that was going to turn out. But now they're acting like it's a huge handicap for them to go to Fox. Well, if Fox News is going to handicap her so much, maybe she's just not cut out for this. Maybe she's just not cut out to be president, because she's going to have to speak to powerful world leaders and vicious and strong men around the globe. How is she going to handle that if she can't handle a debate on Fox News that may have a slightly skewed audience? People should take that into account before they go into the voting booth. Democratic pollster and strategist Matt McDermott added, let's be clear, the ABC News debate is not terminated. It's scheduled, but both candidates already agreed to participate. No, they didn't. Donald Trump did not agree to participate in that with Kamala Harris. Joe Biden agreed to participate. Joe Biden quit. Donald Trump is backing out because he's afraid of actually debating Kamala Harris. Well, if he was afraid of actually debating her, then why did he call her out on September 4th? That's not true. It's not even, and he was also expecting her at the NABJ interview the other day. He was expecting her to be there and they could get some face-to-face then, but she backed out. She chickened out of that. It's not even worth responding to the laughably absurd suggestion that Fox, a propaganda arm of the Republican Party that's actively working to elect Donald Trump, has host a presidential debate. I don't see that. I know a lot of people act like Fox is so friendly towards Donald Trump. I think there are a few so-called journalists or pundits on there that are friendly to Donald Trump, but I don't think that Fox News is so highly conservative or whatever. I think every news agency certainly supports liberalism in the left wing. From what I've seen from them, I don't watch a lot of Fox News. The only news I watch really at all is looking for content to put on here, and what I see on other YouTubers' content. It's not even worth responding to the laughably absurd suggestion. Propaganda. Oh, okay, Trump's and Harris offices have been contacted for comment via email. Writing on Truth Social, Trump said, as everyone knows, the Democrats have unconstitutionally taken a candidate who was acknowledged to be defeated and unceremoniously replaced him with a new candidate. Yeah, that's the Democrat Party. They're not really so much for democracy. They took Joe through his support to her, and then all of the delegates went to her. It's not one vote in her 2020 run, not one vote in this run for her, and she's going to be the candidate. I don't know how that works. I've heard that it used to always work that way. I don't know. I'm not old enough to remember that, but so anyways, this is interesting. It'll be some interesting drama, if nothing else, for a little while. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so I'm going to try to keep up on this and follow up on the videos, the drama and the back and forth with it, because I think it'll be fun to watch. Just fun to watch both of them dig at each other back and forth on who's the biggest fraidy cat. So anyways, if you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more to come. Later.